Yes. Yes, I hear you. Breaking news, folks. Corey's in the field and he has confirmed that we will be interrupting our regularly scheduled programming to bring you a new video series on how to rent an RV, as well as renting an RV from an owner's perspective and the Does Size Matter RV rental adventures. Stay tuned. We'll bring you more. All great RV adventures have to start somewhere, and that's usually because you have a dream, a want, and a need to experience or do something in a unique and special way. For us, it doesn't matter how often we're on the road, we still get the itch and excitement to be out there more and in different ways. So we invite you along on this video series to try out something completely new with us that just might help with your dreams and wants and needs too. Come on, let's go. We're going to go on a whole new adventure, and we wanted to share that with you.
We need to head to northern BC again for work commitments, family, friends, and as you all know, we prefer obviously to travel by RV versus air. Even though it takes longer, it's a more fun adventure. So we're trying to figure that out.
Right. And as RV sometimers, the Beaver is waiting over in Ohio for us, and we're here in BC. So we've been struggling with, what are we going to do? We really don't want to fly, we want to RV, and we came up with a cool plan.
We thought we would rent one, and we know nothing about renting, but...
Nothing.
So we thought we would share that experience.
We figured if we're going to rent an RV and go through the booking process and figure out how to pick one up and how to travel with a different RV than what we normally would, we would document the whole process and show it to you, because I'm sure there's many of you out there who maybe are thinking about RVing and would like to try renting first, or you're not sure which type of RV you would like, so you would like to maybe rent one first, and those are all valid reasons. So,
or say your RV is in Ohio and you're in BC and you want to go RVing. What do you do?
So we're going to figure it out and go through the whole process and show it to you. So
let's go get it done. Come on.
Let's go to the house. So we're in agreement then we're going to go with RVezy?
Yeah, it seems fairly straightforward, so let's go ahead.
Okay, so for your guys' information, we've already done quite a bit of searching. There are other platforms and rental companies and different things out there to choose from, and you should investigate that. We did, and we're going to go with the platform RVezy, and that's rezy.com. The reason we're going with RVezy is we like this style in that owners can put their RVs up on there for people like us to rent. So it's kind of like an Airbnb type thing, and we like that style.
Actually, if you have an RV and you wanted to make some income with it, you could actually list it on RVezy, and they would manage the bookings for you.
Yeah.
It would be a way of earning some extra money when you're not using it.
People do it all the time with their suites. Mm-hmm. Or their vacation homes, and so now people are doing it with their RVs. So we think that's pretty cool. So a couple of things. As we were searching for what platform we wanted to use, we learned about insurance, and we'll tell you more about that as we go through and book it. But there are different types of insurance, and you would want to check that out.
Let's get started.
So we go to rezy.com, and it brings up this screen, and we can put in where we want our rentals. So we said nearest town to us, which was Kamloops, and we put in our dates. So for us, that is July 16 to the 28th, and then we do a search. It brings up your choices and pictures and prices and things like that, and it also has a filters section, so you could pick the price. For us, we want a towable, and the reason we're going with a towable,
it's generally cheaper. We do have a vehicle that can tow a vehicle, so it's I think it makes sense for us.
I think so too, and we're trying to keep our costs down, so that's what we're going to do. But that means we need a towable that's light enough for our vehicle to pull. When we put in towable, and we put in that we want a toilet.
Mm-hmm, which hopefully includes a shower.
Right. We don't want a porta potty even. We're not into that. Okay, so it comes through, it shows us the different choices, it tells you how many it sleeps, which is kind of an indication of size, right?
Usually.
And then we go down, like this R-Pod, for example. We probably could tow that. It shows us different pictures, price, sleeps 4, so that would be a possibility. As it moves down in the search results, it also broadens the area.
From the area that you start in, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we don't want one that sleeps 10. So we'll just keep scrolling.
You say it's an indication of size, but the Beaver actually only sleeps 2, maybe 4.
4.
At the most.
Then there's a next button, which will take us to... Now, what I noticed when I hit next is that it still goes to the bottom of the next page, not the top. So you have to scroll back up to the top. Ooh, there's a nice Airstream.
3 axles. Mm-hmm.
Behind our Jeep. We have a great Jeep Grand Cherokee. So what is the towing on that?
It's rated for 5,000 pounds, but I'd like to stay a little ways under that, maybe 3,500-ish.
Right. Ooh, there's another Airstream. So we're definitely getting further away, and the price on that is $191. So that's just out of our price range. Okay, so this is the one we've chosen. It is out of Delta, which is quite a bit further away. But your plan was...
Yeah, it kind of adds to the adventure of the whole thing, on some of the areas that we'll travel through. So
it's been many, many years since we've been to Whistler.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to go through that. So since this is the one we like, we're going to just click on it. And it does give us a nightly price, and it does show that this is in Canadian dollars. Our dates are right for 2 adults. Then it gives us a little bit of information here, what our rental comes out to, that the mileage is included, and that was important.
Yeah, because some of them are not. I'm not sure how they tell on a trailer, but maybe they have ways.
Where you have to pay extra per mile.
You have to pay extra per mile or per kilometer in Canada.
This one also comes with a generator, and for us, this is going to be a whole new style of camping that we haven't done for many years because we've always had the Beaver.
Right.
So yeah, that could be interesting. Then it talks about protection and roadside assistance, and that comes out to roadside assistance, which is an optional thing, and then insurance, which also has some different options. I don't think insurance is optional, but the different levels are.
Yeah.
Then there's taxes and fees, and then it gives us a total. So also I want to point out, if you scroll down, it tells you what all the amenities are. So this one has an air conditioner. It tells us we have an inside shower. Yay. Then it also tells us how much it weighs. So it's a 3,400 pound trailer.
Right.
So we know that that's going to suit our tow vehicle. The length, that kind of stuff. There are discounts for weekly and monthly booking. But it also tells you reviews. So if this person has rented the trailer before and their renter has left a review, you would be able to read it here. This is a brand new trailer, so I think that's why it doesn't have reviews yet. Are we taking a chance? Possibly.
Yeah.
So step 1 is probably researching all platforms, finding the one that's right for you. So far for us, RVezy, it seems quite simple, user-friendly. We like the idea of getting a more unique choice. Some of the stuff on here is vintage, some of it's brand new.
Yeah.
But it's a more unique thing versus some of the more generic style things. So that's step 1. Step 2 is going to be get on there, put in all of your filters and search and find something within your budget that your vehicle can actually tow. And please don't max out your tow vehicle.
Right. Or you can get something with an engine too.
You
can. Get a motorhome.
You can. So then you press request to book. So when we do that, it brings us this booking summary, and at the top of that comes the protection plan. So this is where you can choose which insurance you want. So if you notice, when it's on standard, it shows us down here that standard protection, and the price is on this particular one is $207. If we click there, it gives us the choice to move up to premium, which costs $378, or you can go to basic, which costs us nothing.
And premium's $250 deductible, And basic is $5,000 deductible. So it depends on your risk tolerance.
It depends on that. And we did talk to our insurance agent and made sure that we're covered in other ways. Because we do have other policies. So we are going to go with basic.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's this add-on of the roadside assistance, which here it's telling us is costing $12 a night. Being that this is a brand new trailer.
And that it's a trailer and doesn't have a motor, really, a flat tire was probably the most likely thing that's going to happen. And we can manage that ourselves, I think. So we're going to opt out of that. There's a bit of risk with that, but we're willing to take that.
We think we can handle it.
Hopefully that doesn't backfire on us.
You'll see.
You'll know. You'll be the first to know.
So then if you want to leave a message to the owner, and then the place that we're going to take the RV is actually Fort Nelson, BC. So you want to put that in there, although that shouldn't make any difference because mileage is not an issue.
Included, yeah.
Then it asks you which of the following most closely describes you. Are we an RV newbie?
No.
No. Are we an RV enthusiast?
Mm-hmm.
Are we an RV expert?
We think we are.
We've done it enough.
We have done it a lot.
And we know a lot about RVs. So we're going to call ourselves an RV expert. And I think the point of that is just to let the owner know sort of who they're dealing with. Right?
So hopefully with a different kind of unit, we don't look like fools. And
So then we go back to the price. So the rental stayed the same. The mileage is the same. The generator's the same. So now the insurance and the roadside assistance are off. And then it comes to taxes and fees. And you have to put in what province you're from, because RVezy is a Canadian company, right? So we put in what province we're from, British Columbia. And then it comes up with a total here. And also when you click on the little arrow beside taxes and fees, it tells you what the RVezy fee is and that they're going to take a security deposit from you. Now, a security deposit would get returned to you just like a rental in a hotel or an Airbnb or anything like that. So yes, there's $1,000 security deposit there, but as long as we don't wreck anything and try and run, we should be fine. It is going to be cool. Like this is a small trailer. It's like 16 feet in comparison to what we're used to.
Yet it has a decent kitchen, I think. Bathroom. It's a wet bath, but it has everything. And a dinette, I think, that makes into a bed. So
our booking request was sent. The next step they want you to do is add driver and payment information. So there's a spot on here, my profile. We'll go in and we'll put that kind of information in, and then you get an email back from the owner
confirming the booking,
confirming whether you've got a booking or not, and that's it. Like it does seem really quite simple. It actually is
pretty simple.
Yeah.
So far.
In all of our searching and everything, there were no negative reviews or experiences that people were talking about. It could be brand new. It could be vintage. It could be anywhere in between. And I mean, they do have it all. They've got A's, B's, C's, vans, all sizes of travel trailers. I think this is going to be super fun. So
it'll be cool.
Now we're just going to wait for, we have to do our profile. And then we wait for the owner to get back to us. And we're back. So last night we made the reservation request, and it took the owner probably an hour to get back to us.
To respond, yeah.
But then you have to go through the make the payment process, and it took a few hours for the system to catch up with her, I guess, and let me give me the button to make the payment request.
Yeah.
So we fell asleep. We had a couple of questions as well, and there was a section in there that we could ask the owner because we wanted to know whether it was a non-smoking, we wanted to know what time we could pick it up, those kinds of things. So she answered us back. We're ready to make our final payment. This is in my dashboard, and it comes up saying payment is required, and it gives me a button to click on that. So here we go.
So it's just typical payment information, name, credit card number.
I agree to the terms and conditions. We did read through the cancellation policy and things like that. So you would want to make sure you do that kind of thing too.
We did?
I did, yes. Our payment was successful. So we're confirmed. The other screen I wanted to show you was my inbox, which I can show you. This is where we were communicating with the owner and asking our questions. If you needed to cancel the booking, you could cancel right there. Okay, I think this is the final step. What I learned was that once I put all the payment information into the website, then it came back looking for driver information. There are age restrictions on renters, but you do have to meet some certain criteria, so you'll want to look through that before you rent as well. We're meeting all the criteria, so now we just have to fill it in. So in my dashboard, it came back with this add a driver on my reservation, and it just says view the details, so I'm going to click on that and we'll see what happens. You have to be 26 years or older to rent on RVezy.
I could almost do it twice.
Driver's license, country, that kind of stuff. Then they want some pictures of your license as well, and then you're agreeing to RVezy's terms and conditions. So these are important things, and I think to clarify it, I don't think it's a privacy issue. I think it's more about the insurance policies that RVezy
is providing.
Yes. Yeah. So you do have to meet some criteria in order to get that insurance, and that's like any policy that you would go to. So we're going to fill that all in. We've put in all the driver information. Corey's going to do all the driving because I'm not the best at pulling a trailer.
We pulled the boat out this morning, and I met her at the boat launch, and she had a little mishap.
I just did the garbage can.
Got caught up in a garbage can. The boat trailer.
I drug it down the road a little ways. I did not wreck anything.
No, everything was fine.
I pulled over, got the garbage can out, and carried on. So we think it's probably best that I don't drive our rental.
Maybe we'll just make sure you know how to disconnect it in case you do need to drive for some reason.
See? Now you're thinking. You know, it was easy to use. We got something within our budget that we liked. Availability seemed pretty wide. Like we didn't have a problem finding something.
And there does seem to be more stuff being added as we look, right?
I think so.
I think it's a fairly up and coming thing.
I think so, because it's just so cool, right? And I do also think that we got a better price than had we gone through some of the big
like a rental
companies.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I can't wait to show you the rest. I'm so freaking excited. We are going from the Beaver to the Nest. So we're gonna go from 42 feet and 4 slides to 16 feet, no slides, and a back door.
It's about the size of our bedroom and maybe the ensuite. At best.
And it's gonna be so much fun. I can't
it will
wait.
be fun. Yeah.
Let's go.
We're minutes away from picking up our unit and excited to show it to you. So we're really going to test out the theory of does size matter on this one, I think. We've got all our gear in the back and we'll see how it all fits, and excited to bring you along on this adventure.
The process is something we've never done before, and we're going to document it all and share it with you. So stand by, we're almost there.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
This is the unit.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Here it is.
It's exciting. What time do we have to be back?
I don't really care.
Okay.
I'm very open with when you come.
Okay.
Maybe you give us, a call
Better
or a
notice.
message so we can arrange.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Can you get me a drink?
No, wrong rig for that.
Can we get a snack?